Egypt 18. And so Mason was not entirely welcome at Academy 2. Respected, but not welcome. It did not matter who started the 6 fights that had led to 6 of 7 disciplinary actions, or who finished them. Headmaster Oleg did not permit fighting outside of combat classes, period. Mason had thought he'd escaped the old man, but the headmaster had been promoted to Academy 2, right along with Mason. It was 1300 on Friday, when Mason knew he'd be getting his 8th disciplinary action. He was in the gym used by both Academy 1 and 2. The gym was a fat cylinder 20 levels tall, right between both academies. Cadets took a 3-minute track ride through a tunnel in the mountain to reach it. Each level had different features to accommodate different needs. Mason had just entered level 8, the workout room. He was sweaty from his last class of the day, Advanced Combat Techniques 3, so it made sense to get a quick jog in before showering and meeting Tom, Stellan, and Jeremy in the mess hall. The quarter-mile track ran around the entire circumference of the cylinder. He was stretching out his hamstrings when he heard a commotion from the other side of the gym. It sounded like someone cried out, but Mason couldn't see through the forest of gym equipment. He paused, listening hard, until a familiar thwomp sounded across the gym. Someone had turned on a resistance pad. Then came a mean laugh, a cackle, really, and a forced one at that. Mason made his way through the equipment, his footsteps quiet. Half of the gym was regular workout equipment, dozens of identical machines that could morph into any configuration to work out every muscle group. The other half was open space, but the floor was tiled with square pads. The pads created force fields that would provide resistance, so you could exercise without machines. Nobody used them. They made your hair stand up for the entire day, and too much use would create itchy rashes on your skin. The fact that someone was using one now was a red flag all by itself. Tom's words came back to him now.
"One more slip-up, Stark, and it's game over. You're out. Be smart for once."
Mason had argued back. They'd kick me out? After all the good we've done? To which Tom had replied,
"Do they seem to care about that here?"
"We're too valuable to the ESC. What's better for recruitment than the Egypt 18? Tom considered that, rubbing his chin.
"Do you really want to find out how serious they are?"
Mason did not. Maybe they wouldn't make his expulsion public, just stick him in a room for a year or two. Who could know for sure? But Mason's feet were driven across the gym anyway, and soon he was standing in the very middle, where the equipment met the line of pads. Exactly 6 older cadets were gathered around the closest pad. The stripes on their sleeves said half of them were 5th years, the other half 6th years. Mason was a first year again, but he recognized these fools. Just 2 weeks earlier, Mason found his locker completely filled with anti-biofluid. The cream-colored gel had spilled out on his feet, a gelatinous wave that ruined his pants and boots. The news spread quickly through school, and everyone knew who did it. Marcus Jones, a 6th year. He was on a fast track to command once he finished his last year and joined the Earth Space Command as an officer. Marcus was mean in a way Mason didn't understand. Cruel for the sake of cruelty. But he was smart and obedient and respectful to his superiors. No one would tell on Marcus, not ever. Mason couldn't either, as it would be seen as a betrayal to his fellow cadets. But once Marcus broke the wrist of Kevin DeSoto,